How's it going, everybody? Right here, Gary. Gonna see. That's why we need an intro because I love these intros every single time. Uh, Hello to the people who are not watching. They're in the chat somewhere, right? They're hiding because they're not watching.
Well,
But just
there
like
may
I
be
mentioned,
two people because I'm one of the three that.
all right, I'm in there now too. So there's one person other than just us two in the chat watching them. Yeah, a lot of books this week. I know 2 year books from last week got pushed this week. I read a book that for some reason and it was really, I don't know if it was supposed to release last week or the Terminator book I got last week. Leah Comic Geek says it comes out this week, so I couldn't even like rank it on there or even add my pull it. I think
If you look again, it probably isn't because a couple days ago, Barbarella, Space Ghost, and Johnny Quest were listed as coming out this week.
Really,
when I looked again, they were all gone. The other day, Back Issue was in there. It's gone now. So I don't know what the hell's coming out tomorrow.
well, that's why we always just go through, kind of scroll through it. Only having 2 people allows us more time to do that because we get through the top 5 real fast.
So did you hear the latest news from DC? Just has every time
DC Comics.
I've said for years, and I even said it, and I even closed one of my videos with Wes once. I said DC will never not find a way to shoot itself in the foot. Did you see who the new Superman writer is?
Tim Sheridan.
2 of them.
I know it's been Aaron's been on there and Mariko Tamaki and Wade's been on there, but like
John Ridley's getting another arc on Action Comics.
Oh no!
But guess who Jamin's poached from Marvel.
Dan Slott's
Lotto Bloctavius.
He's going on to Superman or Action?
Yep. No, they didn't say, but he's going to be writing Superman.
Fuck, let him go to Action. Keep him on that book. No one reads it. I don't care about it.
Well, Williamson wants to leave Superman because I think he's.
Oh, he's writing. He's doing G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I think he's just going to go all in or John.
You know what though? I don't blame him though. Like I said, if who knows if they're treating him like crap now, or if they're even paying him. Maybe he gets paid. Maybe he gets paid better writing G.I. Joe. You really get that?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
But
that so DC would let that fat pig write Superman is just wow.
This is why I stress people, and I said, like, I'll read it what lasts, and then I'm going right back to post-crisis Superman. I have more than 100 issues I can read, across 3-4 titles, going all the way up to 2006.
Jamin, yes, he was.
Actually,
you have to go back about 20 years. He actually wrote some Superman adventures.
He did. He was part of the Batman Adventures too in 2004.
He wrote a good She-Hulk series. His work with Christos Gage on the Avengers Initiative was good. He had a Thing series that only lasted 8 issues, but it was good. He had a mini series with a Spider-Man Human Torch miniseries that was each issue was set in different eras. That was very enjoyable. So yeah, once upon a time he was. What happened to him was back in the early days of chat rooms, somebody criticized one of his Spider-Man issues, and he told the fan to fuck off. Literally, I mean that. And Marvel praised him for attacking.
Wasn't that was his? He took over after.
It was during Brand New Day.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And from that point forward, he's felt entitled to be the piece of crap that he is now. And he attacked a friend of ours that was pretty big news in comics for a minute.
And actually was a fan of Dan
Slott, who was a fan of his and was actually defending him, from us.
Yeah.
And it got him,
banned on Twitter or blocked.
Yeah, pretty savagely attacked for his online attacks go, but he's absolute piece of crap.
Yeah, he's a fat slob piece of crap. That's why everybody makes fun of him. Because they said that if we joke about Lizzo, but Dan could eat out Lizzo. Wait, that's not
Hey,
it.
wait,
Whoa,
now,
whoa,
whoa.
no. I mean, he could out eat her.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
better.
yeah, that's better.
But on the flip side,
No,
Comics Matter with your boy Zach just put up a video
yeah,
where this guy made a replica of Wally Wood sitting in his studio. That's awesome. Definitely worth checking out the video just to see what this guy did.
yeah. Like I said, Dan Slott used to be good, writer. Like I said, until he started doing the band. Like if you're a huge Spider-Man like I am, fan like I am, the marriage and all this stuff, that Brand New Day was just shit writing. And I'm sorry, I know people like this Chip Zdarsky Spider-Man. I like the life story Spider-Man. That I like is probably the best that's come out.
His Spectacular Spider-Man was excellent.
I wasn't a fan of. Like I said, I'm still not a fan of Peter Parker, his identity being known by anybody other than Mary Jane.
Well, that's
Silver Age. That's my gripe.
No, that's Silver Age thinking.
Yeah. So like I said, and that's my only knock I have against Zdarsky's run is that he told Jonah, it's like it's I'd rather have him like where I like that where it's unspoken where like does Robbie know that Joe Robinson know that Peter Parker's Spider-Man and just keeping it down and down low because he likes the kid. I like that. The mystery you don't really know, but there's hints as you go through the Silver Age. It's like maybe Joe Robinson does know. And he just doesn't want to, because he does stand up for Parker to Jameson. So I always thought that maybe that Robertson knew. He just didn't want to out the kid. Make him feel. But like I said, you said before, you have to read 100 or the 300 or 400 issues. You kind of want something new. We've done this, so let's try something else. But the problem is that once you do that, you can't put the genie back in the bottle.
Sure you can. They did it after Civil War.
Yeah.
They literally put the genie
literally
back
everybody
in the bottle.
There's people that still know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Not just the same few that knew before. And I don't even know if I think Fantastic Four knows right now.
I think Mary Jane Norman knows. Black Cat knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. But right now, current Spider-Man is just a mess. Unless you're reading Ultimate Spider-Man, which is probably the best Spider-Man series to come out in the past 20 years. I'd say probably the best since before One More Day. So I love that fight between Spider-Man and not Spider-Man, Peter Parker going into prison. That was the only thing good that came out of his identity being revealed. Him going into the prison and just basically laying into
that was the best thing J. Michael Straczynski's ever written.
Yes, probably ever will. But
at this point, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. As much as shit on the current storytelling, I wonder if there's a way to bring out the good writing from these people ever.
No, at this point,
you know how you do that? You get an editor that doesn't take shit and actually makes them do their job.
I think it's too late for some of these guys. Problem is, I said, once Dan Slott became an internet, whatever you want. I'm not going to say star because that's an insult.
No, infamous.
But just like once Gail Simone discovered Twitter, that was it for her being a good writer.
And I still say today, if Twitter never came around, there's no social media, that stuff, I wonder if they would have done this whole virtue signaling like they're doing.
Because it wouldn't be easy.
And I think comic books in general probably would have stayed the same.
No, they wouldn't, because the comic books, the worst thing that ever happened to comic books were the companies that wanted to use them to make live action properties.
Sure,
because
but I mean, it wouldn't
both companies now try to make the books fit the movies.
But I feel like they try harder now because I know it's like it's a screw you conservative, screw you far right. We're they're virtue, like they get off on that, the virtue signaling, a lot of them,
and that would probably still be there, but I'm telling you,
But where are they purchasing them though? If there's no
That's what I
social
said.
media,
It wouldn't be like it was because
no,
it'd be. I
be
said
less.
that it'd be too hard to do.
Yeah.
But as far as like the comics themselves, no, there's both companies keep using the same small cast over and over and over again because if they ever show up in a movie, they want the fans to be able to know who they are. That's why you're never going to see like 35 years ago we got a Dark Hawk series.
Yeah,
that's never going to happen again. It's all there's never going to be any new series devoted to a character and let the character grow with
So Darkhawk appeared in 2 series. I read something epic. It wasn't called Darkhawk, but it was his silhouette and everything. The guy was in a non.
No, I'm not saying you're not going to see the character.
No. Yeah, but I'm saying, you're not going to see him on live action property. But then again, I said about Evangeline. Evangeline's getting a movie.
No. I'm saying you're never going to see a new Darkhawk series or a character like that because they're just going to be they'll be another derivative of a Spider-Man character, but they're not going to take chances on new characters anymore because
their new characters are Spider-Verse. That's how they introduced new characters.
I just said derivatives. Anyway,
and I'm just saying and I agree with you. That is they are chicken. They will not create new stuff, and if they do create new stuff, it's basically so far left. So that's just bad writing and all.
No, not even the political part of it. It's we want we're just IP farms in the comics themselves, which should be their own entity because the sales never jump after movies in any kind of numbers. Because I have said till I'm blue in the face, people that read comic books will go see comic book movies. People that watch comic book movies are not going to start reading comics because of it.
You know what I liked about Paul Dini and Bruce Timm on Batman 80 series in the 90s when it came out? They created characters that were not in the comic books, and they created them, and they were actually good characters. So well liked that they actually made it away into the comic books because people wanted more of them. Harley Quinn was one of them. Mm-hmm. Trying to think who the other one was. There was another big one that popped out of there. I think it was Roxy Rocket or something. That was another one, and quite a few others. And my point is, it's like I would love DC to allow Paul Dini to get back on a Batman cartoon or something like that and start introducing new characters because the guy clearly has ideas for characters and he knows what he's doing. He's always been the brains behind the Bruce Timm, Batman animated series. Bruce Timm is kind of like the schlub, who liked drawing girls, but he didn't have anything beyond that. Thoughts, because we could tell this new series, Cape Crusader, what it's called over, was pretty much just rehash ideas as far as characters go. As far as let's race swap this, let's gender swap this. It's like it's nothing new, nothing exciting. It's set in the 1940s. Really cool. That's awesome. But honestly, I would rather just have a new series. If anything, continue the Batman Beyond series. That's your outlet. If you want to create new characters, do a Justice League Beyond. You can create a whole new bunch of villains. You have the Legion of Superheroes has those series. You can create new villains because they're in the future. I don't understand why they just don't do that. But then again, I do understand because you said it's too hard to make it an IP. They're lazy. They'd rather just take an existing IP and change it to what they want and virtue signal and then fuck off.
And creators aren't going to create any worthwhile characters for the big two anymore because they don't own them.
Exactly. That's the other thing too, because they don't have no rights to them.
Right. So anyway, we're falling behind.
We're griping for 15 minutes, but it's okay though. Drama sells. Click that like button. Subscribe now and check out the Ko-Fi link in the description down below.
Yeah, we got 14 people here, not one person saying, "Where's Zach?"
You know what? Do we really need Zach for this? I think we've proven that we don't.
Who?
Zach will be here on Thursdays. He's now demoted to Geek Easy level. No, demoted to Thursdays. Hey. As soon as I said that, we got 16 people. All right. share my screen here and get this going. Start talking about the new books coming out this week. and watch the numbers drop off. They're like, oh, new books. Oh, yuck. Seems to be the case all the time whenever we talk about new stuff. There's people who are like, I hate the big two, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to read new stuff. I like the old stuff. And then there's people like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. So,
well, when did Wonder Woman become a teenage boy?
I don't know who did the cover for this. But now Daniel Sam Barzai, I like it though. But yeah, it definitely, that is compressed as heck. When did Eartha Kitt become Black Cat? So, anyway, I'm gonna start off with my number 5 this week. Unless you want to go first. Do you have five?
That's not Eartha Kitt. That's the chick that played Domino. That Zaza, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
That's who that is.
Zaza Beats or whatever.
Yeah, Zazie Beats or whatever the hell her name is.
Yeah. All right. Do you have a preference? Me go first or you go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm gonna go off the board and first, don't forget Tomorrow Girl, number 9. If your shop gets it, Tomorrow Girl meets Herbie the Fat Fury.
Yeah.
My number 5 is Rockefellers.
All righty. I gotta go down for that one. Yeah. And just it may seem like I'm scrolling down endlessly. It's only because I zoomed in to having 4 in a row. It's actually higher on the list. But yeah, Pedro Pascal and his family.
Yeah.
Every time I see it, this is what Pedro Pascal should be doing. Instead of being Reed Richards, he should be this character, the main character.
The preview I enjoyed, and I like Peter J. Tomasi. And hopefully, when we get to issue 6, he won't be replaced by Mariko Tamaki again.
So apparently, Ghost Machine has a podcast out. You can watch an interview with Peter J. Tomasi and Francis Manipal, I think, right?
Okay, well, hopefully they're more exciting than Jeff Johns, because he did a podcast with Sasha from Casually Comics.
Yeah.
It was unwatchable.
Really?
Oh, he's just not. I don't know if it was just a bad day, but he just. I mean, like you can talk about listings in the phone book with Mark Millar, and it's entertaining. And maybe because I think
he might be.
That's who she had just interviewed before the Jeff Johns one.
I don't know. Maybe, like I said, maybe he's just not a public speaker or news. You know, he might just be a guy who just behind the scenes runs things. You know,
we don't know that much about Rockefellers, other than they've got like a hologram grandma.
Yeah.
It's just I said you could read that and know as much as I do, but I just because
exactly
I've already forgotten most of the preview, but I remember I enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to
basically
giving this a shot.
They're like the Fantastic Four, but they're not in sense of powers. They don't have really powers that I remember, but they are from the future living in the past. You know, says in the picture perfect 25th century, the Rockefeller family living a disconnected, emotionally distant existence discover a terrible secret. In their hands is the fate of humanity. Hunted down, the Rockefellers enlist the Time Zone Protection Program and escape to present-day Earth. If they can't find a way to trust each other in this strange ancient world of today, they and our future will perish. 40 pages, $4. Francis Manipal doing the art. He's also doing some co-writing as well. He's got credit on there. Peter J. Tomasi is always a pleasure. I think it might be well.
Does he write at Publix?
He might be. And not the word that Rugg said. Inside joke. Yeah, I mean, there's a Mike Del Mundo variant is going here. What's that? Look at the Croc 2024. They're wondering what it is. That's funny. That's my hope that Crocs will go away. They'll be ancient. No one knows who they are. Ivan Rice has cover tunes. Popping up here.
There was never enough money to get me to wear those.
Crocs, yeah. Yeah, nope. I'll never wear them. Buy the original. I'll just buy the Reebok, whatever they're called, whatever the sandals. The ones you
I'll
slide on.
I'll just wear gym shoes or whatever you want. Whatever.
That too. I don't really wear. I know only if I'm going if I'm going into my basement. I put on my slippers and I walk out. But I don't wear the strapped sandals and stuff like the Romans did and stuff. I don't wear that stuff. No. I mean, if I lived in a climate where
I have never worn sandals and I've never worn flip flops anywhere other than the beach in my life.
No. But
there goes the perfect season.
Alrighty though, but yeah, that's what's going on here. Looking forward to this, as you know. This is on my pull list, but it's not on my top 5. Alrighty then. There's a doggo. Yes, Piranha, there's a doggo. It's kind of like Lost in Space. I wouldn't say that. Yeah. It's just more, they're kind of just hiding. They found out something that's going on. They're trying to prevent it by going in the past and trying to keep their family together because they're probably bickering because kids are like, oh my gosh, I have to manually do this. Yeah, most likely that attitude because they're so used to having everything automated, like the Jetsons living with the Flintstones. Judy would freak out until she sees a boy. Alrighty, for me, it's a crossover event I never thought I'd ever see. I'm a big fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I've never actually thought they'd ever do a crossover. Now, did this one get pushed too? Don't tell me it got pushed. I'd laugh my ass up if the book got pushed. I'm not seeing it. Maybe it did get pushed. Where's tomorrow go? Wow, maybe I should have looked at this beforehand because I don't see my book.
What is it?
It's supposed to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossing over with Naruto or Naruto. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Never mind. I found it right here. I just scrolled too fast. Yeah, I have no animosity or love for Naruto, but it's another Turtles book. It's from the writer of a book from 2022 called Ghost Cage. You remember that? Came out 2 years ago. Nick Dragotta was the artist on that. Caleb Goliner, it was the writer. Henry Presetta has done some other books for for Boom.
Never read Turtles, never read a Naruto, so that'd be an out.
Yeah, Naruto.
Is
it Naruto? I always call it Naruto because it pisses people off. Because Engeltine does manga. It's supposed to be manga.
Well, it's pronounced you manga.
You manga.
You gotta do this. You gotta do the Lord Regal
manga.
You gotta pronounce it like Lord William Regal.
No, I thought more like Vince McMahon, where he spits.
I just like you manga. It's just always my favorite. Brian, to quote Steve Austin, "Oh hell no."
It's the coolest ninja matchup you could ever have dreamed of. Had you dared. The heroes in a half shell meet the hosts of the Nine-Tailed Fox in the crossover everyone will be talking about. Will they, though? When teenager reporter April Neal has a cunt, and yes, she's white in here. Don't worry about it. She's not black. Like they're not going weird movie versions like that. Because I was a little weird when I saw the costumes here.
At least compromise and make her fat, though.
She might be fat. I don't know. Anyway, well, she's a teenager again. Has a clandestine meeting with the Tsunade, the leader of the Hidden Leaf Village. It garners the attention of Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and I'm just gonna keep pronouncing the words bad. Kawasaki. Yeah, that's the last word, right?
Yamaha.
They aren't the only ones who are wondering what the two women were discussing, though. The Sinister Foot Clan have their own interest in April's visit, as they think she might hold the valuable information on mutation research being conducted by the scientist Baxter Stockman. Yes, he's the guy who turns into the giant human fly thing, and not the hero, not the stuntman. With April caught between the forces of the Hidden Leaf Village and the Foot Clan, it can't be long before the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show up to lend her a hand. Working with Acclaim of manga publisher Viz Entertainment's IDW, is pulling together 2 of the most popular comics in the world to bring you the 4-issue comic book event in 2004. So it's only 4 issues? Wow. What a jip. I can't even get at least 6 on you guys? They must be hurting already at IDW if they can't even afford to do 6.
Well, they got to pay Heather Ontes and Andy Corey.
Right.
And they can't pay for them out of book sales because they don't generate any.
Yeah, this I'm sorry. This is not Final Alert. Good, because turtles wearing masks like that is stupid. They look like Cheshire. Black and white one. There's another cover.
Oh, look, it's Robin.
Where do you see Robin?
The hair.
Oh. That's actually Zach's got hair like that too, no? Yeah. So. All the different covers. I mean, there's a lot. And I think that's about it. When I look at this art, though, this reminds you of Engelton's daughter when she was drawing. She was doing the sketches. It's kind of her style a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but look how many covers are on for this crossover event. That's 4 issues long.
Yeah.
Oh joy! What, Eric never wore Birkenstock? What is Birkenstock?
Those are the kind of mandals.
Man buns?
No, it's sandals.
Oh man, you said I think you said mandals.
I said mandals.
When I think of mandos, I think you're saying like handles and guys, man. Yeah. Anyway, that is my number 5 for this week, and I'm hoping it actually be decent. Where are we going to next, sir?
Number 4 is Prodigy.
Prodigy. Oh, yes. Indentured Servitude of Mars, right?
Yes.
Where we go? How far will we go down for this one?
Wow, there are more orders for that in name only EC comic than Flash Gordon and the Millar books.
But remember, we're only going by League of Comic Geeks, so we don't know.
Oh, I know, but still, it's
Prodigy meets Stargate. That's the first thing I saw when I saw this portal. It's literally Stargate. Why did Edison Crane's older, smarter brother leave home and drop out when he had everything to live for? What made him become a homeless drug addict who literally despised his father? And what ties it to the planet Mars? Oh, man.
no, it's fun, action-packed, and the last issue ended on a head scratcher because they were in a room with their supposedly dead parents. So was it a flashback or what was going on? So we'll find out tomorrow.
Only here on the Geeky Puppet Show on Thursday night will we show you the truth.
Oh yes, that's right, because we do them all on Thursdays.
The truth is out there. I want to believe. No, but it really looks like Stargate portal. Like they just built one. But anyway, going to my number 4 for this week. Number 4 is a comic book I'm just so happy to be back reading again once they finally kicked that no good and retarded bitch off. I'm sorry, did I say retarded bitch? Yeah, because she is retarded bitch. Can't write. Of course, I'm speaking of Tini Howard. You know, I will take a Dan Slott book over Tini Howard any day, and that's saying a lot. We're going to Catwoman number 70, where Selena Kyle has been restored to being a much more likable and respectable character, as well as a thief. Torrin Grenbeck, a woman who actually can write, imagine that when they actually bring on a woman who can write, because not all women are bad writers. It's just that Teenie Howard is a shitty writer, and they don't really. And a lot of the higher writers they hire these days are women don't know how to write or can't write because they have an agenda.
Look, let's be honest. Teenie Howard is a DEI hire.
Yes,
Torn Grunbeck
is an actual
is
writer.
hired on merit.
Yep. And she
Sorry if that offends anybody, but it's the truth.
Yes. In search of clues regarding the bounty that's been placed on her head, Selena travels to Berlin, hoping to reconnect with one of her old accomplices from her days as a roaming international thief. But it seems that not even her cashier disguise and tricks can protect Catwoman from the watchful eyes of those hunting her, with deadly assassins coming out of every nook and cranny. Yes. Selena's chances of uncovering the secrets of her unseen enemy seem slim. Can Catwoman find out who exactly wants her dead and why? Unseen enemy?
So Undead Quinn just put up, Leagues is no fan of Millar. Does League of Comics Geek have a political bent to it?
They might. I wouldn't be surprised. I've never seen it, though. But I do know that I see a lot of people who do badmouth him whenever he has a book up there in comment sections about his books, saying, oh, especially they really hate Nemesis. They hate it with the passion. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do have a leaning towards it, and that's why they don't rank it as high. But then again, I don't. It's like basing on what people are buying off of one side is like saying like, look at how people complain on Twitter. Oh, this movie must suck.
Well, I mean, I know that the Millerverse books aren't exactly selling like hotcakes.
No.
And I'm thinking, how much better would they sell if the industry hadn't spent 10 years chasing away people that would like Mark Miller books out?
So I'm going to ask Undead Quinn, where did you hear this, that they are full left wingers? Or he says, I'm not going to use that word.
It's full of left wingers, not full AF.
So yeah, I mean, that's the people who are who have accounts on there, or are you talking about the people in charge of that? That's what I'm curious. But anyway, I wouldn't be surprised though. Like I said,
well, did I tell you about the tweet that Hard Case Crime sent out last week?
Go away. Yeah, tell me more. I have not heard that.
They said we're going unlike Mark Wade. We are going to stay on X, although it does feel like an unsafe neighborhood.
Hard Case. Is that Gun Honey?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And they're the ones that publish all those. They're hard case crime,
right?
But a web, a social media site is an unsafe neighborhood. What a bunch of pussies!
Well, like I said, Charles Ardai got pissed off because when I didn't know he was behind, he was apparently logged down, whatever. Maybe it wasn't him. And I said, Gun Honey, the Heat Seeker was complete garbage. It was full on, just make every character lesbian. There's no stakes whatsoever. It was just a DEI glorified pile of rotting, burning trash. And he's like, and the person's like, oh, I'm the writer of that series, and I'm just thinking like, you might have not wanted to say that then because you just embarrassed yourself. Because if you admit to the writing the Heat Seekers, kind of makes you look like an idiot, But then again, maybe people do like the new Heat Seekers book out. Like I said, if I want to go look at girls, they're in scantily clothes, I'll go to Instagram. I'm not gonna pay for it.
I'm just amazed at. But then again, then I realized, Robert De Niro isn't actually a New York City tough guy. Yeah. He just plays one. So it's just amazing how delicate some of these people are.
But like I said, I'm loving this. Hey, look, there's even a Michelle Pfeiffer version. Blonde right there. And look, Carrie Kelly, I guess. different identities.
Well, that Carrie Kelly was wrong.
There's even Pixel down on the bottom right corner. Frank Cho, another stock variant, which I think I've seen before on the original Ram V run. So it looks like they're just recycling his art. And then there's the one where they just let you know that she's a woman.
Yeah, you used to be able to tell that from Frank Cho covers.
Yeah, Frank Cho's now they hide it. He hides it. So
Frank Cho, at least from his mainstream comic book work, he was definitely brought to heel.
You know what? Back in the day, Frank Cho used to be 1 in 25. What the hell is this 1 in 25 crap? This is Scott Forbes. That's crap art. I'm sorry. That looks like it just took a 3D poser or some program and just did it. It's not even drawn. Maybe the whip is drawn down there, but that's about it. It looks like it's just computer animated. But I don't know, man. I'm just glad that I can actually just go take a Catwoman book and I actually want to read it. Because I said I like Catwoman as a character. I like the Chuck Dixon run on there. I like the Mary Jo Duffy. You know, I think Gail Simone took it, right? Didn't she take over writing?
I don't recall her doing.
I can't remember if she did. I remember someone did after Chuck Dixon, or someone did. And Brubaker. I'd say Brubaker as was not. I guess.
Well, I think after Chuck Dixon, I think Devin Grayson wrote some.
Yeah,
because Brubaker was the next series of her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, well, yeah, Undead. That's why I'm glad I don't go on those chats.
Yep. Yeah, but hey, if you want to see what everyone's really saying about comic books, I implore you, go check out the actual pirate sites in the comment section at the bottom of each issue. You have right and left. You have people who hate the book and people who love the book clashing on there. It's glorious. I love it. And no one gets deleted or banned or kicked off. No. I love it. It's free speech. But all right. That was my number 4. Where are we going for your number 3, sir?
Number 3, Batman and Robin Year 1.
Nice. Hey, look, I didn't have to go too far down because it's a Mark Waid book.
Yeah, I just pretend like it's not, and
Yep. So I like this. Yeah, I said I like the fact that this takes place during year 1. It's just after Dick Grayson becomes Robin. It says it's just going to be Dick Grayson struggling to adjust his new life as Bruce Wayne's ward, with both Bruce's rules and Batman's training making his life difficult. But Dick is happy to remind Bruce that the turnabout is fair play. Gotham's newest crime boss, the General, White Man Freddy, Tulsa King joke, continues to vie, or V, whatever you prefer.
Vi.
Yeah, with Two-Face for control. Could an alliance benefit both of them and spell trouble for Batman and Robin? Chris Samney is doing the art, so why not? Kevin Nolan has the cardstock variant.
I gotta take this. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay.
Sure, sounds good. Yeah, so I mean, it's nice to see Kevin Nolan doing some work here. Here's a Tom Raleigh for those who read, I believe it was Duke, the 5-issue miniseries. So he's got some variant here. That's actually cool. I like this for 1 in 25. This deserves to be a 1 in 25. It's kind of like, I want to say it's kind of like Chris Samney mixed with maybe not Tim Sale, but Darwin Cook a little bit. And then here's the Dave Johnson stock card variants. This has actually been a really good series so far. Yeah, I'm not the huge fan of Mark Waid the person, but I will admit that Mark Waid the writer is one of DC's best writers out there right now. That actually I'd say even in the industry right now. And only because they kicked everyone else out. there would be, like I said, I love Jeremy Adams. I like Tomasi. And I like Jeff Johns, but like I said, Mark Waid and DC is probably the only thing that's keeping DC afloat these days. Look at his books like World's Finest, and people are just flocking to this as well. But if only he could just stop being a dick for about one day and just be a normal person. But yeah, that is number 3 for Brain. My number 2, or actually no, I should go my number 3. Sorry. My number 3 is a book we talked about. We're going to go back to the Mark Millar book, and we scroll down to it because that's how much. Oh, jeez. A lot of bullshit. And my number 3 is Prodigy. Fun series overall. I've actually enjoyed it, and I've read the other previous series. They're okay. This one, I think the reason I like it because it's kind of like if you've watched the movie The Fugitive. What do you like about it? It's the chase. You're wanted for something you didn't do, and now you're trying to prove your innocence. I've always loved that kind of trope, or storytelling when it's done well. And this is this. But Mark puts his own special twist on it, and it's just it turns into science fiction, and it's just fun. What do you do if it's basically it's like a what if Mr. Terrific was framed for a murder and he had to go on the run? Now take it out. This is a world where there's no superheroes, because if it was Mr. Terrific, you'd have the Justice League hunting him down, but if it was just self-contained. Mr. Terrific, wanted for murder, goes and visits his brother, and then you just stay there on the run, and it's something to do with their father. And I would, like I said, I love this kind of storytelling. I also know about Mars. I just love it when Mars comes into science fiction stuff like that. I'm curious to see where they go with this. And yeah, like I said, Brady brought up. We saw it looked like a flashback of his parents, their parents talking to one another, and obviously, I'm wondering if that was just a flashback, or maybe it's going to reveal at the end that his father actually is alive. Because remember, their father was apparently dead in the beginning of this issue. They revealed that his father, it was long sought dead. So who knows? Maybe his father turns out to be alive. Maybe this is another test by his father. Is his father become a supervillain? Who knows? I'm already saying that Two-Face cover is an effective symbolic cover that would sell the book for me. Why is that happening? I also don't know, does this coin land up heads or tails? So. Alrighty, sir. While we're waiting for Breen to come back to give us his number 2, I'll just kind of give you guys a little gander, a little scroll down through here. Obviously, World's Finest coming out. Series I stopped picking up, so I might just pick them up and trade. It's still a great series. Eclipso is brought back. Some are like, well, we've already read Calypso stories. We don't need them anymore. I would argue differently. It's actually been good. Dan Mora has been taking a break on the series. He's so he's got some guest artists coming in. It looks like Dan Mora is still doing the covers as well. Action Comics, you can skip that. I think that's Marika Tamaki and that might be Mark Waid actually on there. I think it is Waid and Tamaki. But yeah, Action Comics is kind of a snore for me. Tights is coming out this week as well. The new writer, John Layman, I believe. It might be something worth checking out. It's this is issue 17. Wolverine by Salim Ahmed, whatever his name is. The guy is writing Daredevil. I'd pass. Normally though, as Frugal has brought back, if you guys should check out Captain Frugal, he uploads video. He just did this, I think it was this week or last week. He uploaded a video basically talking about cover battles. Basically, you take 3 books, and just based on the covers, would you buy the book? without even knowing who the writer is, just looking at it. And honestly, the Wolverine book, if I did not know who the writer was, I would pick it up because that looks cool. You know, I like Wolverine being Wolverine, jumping down. He's got some stormtrooper guys. He's going to take them out. That looks cool. Kingpin going on Daredevil, same thing. That looks like an awesome cover. You know, and I might want another fight, but I also want to know what's going on. Is that like honey around them, dripping on them? Are they fighting in some kind of honey factory? Is the fat man mad because he interrupted his snack? You know, or is there like a soul coming out of him, or what's going on here? But once again, the writer on here is someone who basically, is weird. You got a guy who's basically not Catholic writing a Catholic character. He's the opposite faith. Thor, the Immortal Thor. It looks like we got the Gray Gargoyle going against Thor. These are so cool covers. Like I said, I like these covers. But like I said, I'm just not a fan of the writers. It's same with X-Men. You know, it's a little absurd, but it's Ewing writing exceptional X-Men. So this week, and what's this here? Brian said I read number 2 Wolverine, and it wasn't bad. That's good. I'm glad because like I said, I've been burned by some of these writers, and that's why I don't give them second chances really. So I'm glad that you're enjoying the book. Ronnie says this week, and I picked the action comic book. Virgo did variant covers, not yeah, you're right. They were variant covers. Yeah, you're right. Not cover as is, but variant for Wolverine is frankly Bird Guano. Oh yeah. Actually, I honestly, talking about that video with Virgo, I did vote for the Wolverine as the best. Because the Superman was just kind of like, it wasn't Superman to me. It was too modern, too kind of weird art. No. All right, also come out this week, Department of Truth. We also got, look again, Phoenix is alive again and has her own series. Geiger's coming out this week. Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu, number 2 as well. I'll be picking that up. Probably the only Marvel book other than Ultimate Spider-Man that I'm actually looking forward to each week when it comes out. All right, we also got Storm coming out as well. Number 2, House of Slaughter or Laughter by James Tynion. Is anybody actually still reading that, or actually did you guys quit? But never really got into it. Not really big on Tynion as a writer, but I know some people are. Radiant Black. It's another series that's been going on for a while. 30 issues. Yeah, it's been going for about a year or two. Probably even longer. Yeah. It's one I just don't hear people talking about. That's another one. The Question. Yeah. No. Not today. Like, I don't mind Montoya as the Question is if I think it's Vic Sage was the Question. If he's dead, sure, let her take over. But having them both be around, it's like the whole thing, Barry and Wally. I don't want them both being the Flash. I don't want 2 Questions are going around. And then the way she's written on a character, her being anti-Batman and all blah blah, it's like I don't care for that crap either. Oh look, Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider, number 7, pass. Dark Knights of Steel, number 5. All winter, I guess. All number 5. That's coming out this week too. Who else got here? Batman Full Moon. Horrible cover. I in my opinion for cover A, but it looks pretty cool. I enjoyed the first issue. It seems like we got Werewolf by Night versus Batman. That's what it seems like, based on the first issue. Scarlet Witch number 6. Pass. That looks like Barbie if they're doing that. And I'm not a fan of that art. Faces of Moon Knight number 4. This is another thing too. They have 2 different Moon Knight books going on right now, and if you're not careful, you might pick this up, thinking it's Mark Spector, until you realize it's just about Khonshu and everyone before Mark Spector as the Moon Knight. So maybe if you want to expand on the lore, but I'm good with just getting into the normal books. We also got the Ice Cream Man, House of Horror, or Horror House, sorry. So it looks like number 42 is coming out this week. Walking Dead 101, the aftermath. Got Glenn on the cover, so you know what's happening in this issue. And you see someone with their head smashed in on the cover. The moon is following us. Riley Rossmo and I forgot who Daniel Warren Johnson, yeah. With Mike Spicer on there. So, hey, welcome back.
What I miss?
Well, I did my number 3, which was Project number 4. I was just waiting for your number 2. I was just kind of going down the list, showing off stuff. And I was also playing a game. It's like, what books based off the covers alone, without knowing who the writers are, and say it's like 20 years ago, what would you pick up? You know, a guy said, "Man, just based on the Wolverine, I would get this. The Daredevil, I would get this too. Looks awesome. The Titans, Spider-Man, if it just said, it wasn't Miles Morales, it just said Spider-Man or whatever, I would get these covers. These are cool covers." But unfortunately, I knew who the writers are, and the writers at Bays are not that great. We got Greg Argyle versus Thor.
That's a nice.
Book. Yeah,
that's a nice X-Men cover.
It is. But like I said, I don't like Ewing.
No.
You know.
Well, speaking of, but okay.
What?
My number 2. You have to go all the way to the top. Ultimate Spider-Man number 11.
That is your number 2.
Yes.
You must explain, sir.
It'll be made clear when I get to number 1. There are two of my 3 favorite titles are out tomorrow. This is one of them, obviously. Looking forward. I mean, it's. I said, unlike some of my peers in the comic book YouTube sphere, I am not disappointed by this book. I am never disappointed by this book because I've seen every way there is to present Spider-Man, and this is as close to something different as I'm probably ever going to get again. So I'm fine with I'm fine with the way they're unfolding this story.
This is the cover I'm hoping to get, the Terry Dodson Thanksgiving cover for a variance.
But I said, I've liked every issue. No reason why I won't really like the one that comes out tomorrow. So bring it on.
The only thing I can think of people are probably upset about this is like, well, it's another diversity swap.
Who cares?
At this point, if the writing's good, I don't mind it. But if you're like I said, over as the Ultimates, if you're just your writing sucks, and you're just doing the diversity swaps just to do it, you know. I believe Denny's camp is doing over at the Ultimates. You know,
look, it's when if you're reading a book in the regular universe, and suddenly the character's been race swapped or sexuality swapped.
Yeah.
This is a different universe. It can be whatever you want them to be. And I usually, very rarely do I agree with any, opinions held by the other side of comic book Twitter. A lot of this was done at a time where you didn't really create anything other than, straight white characters. Or white characters. So if you want to, add some color, fine. It's like I said, the Felicia Hardy in this universe is a blank slate. It's whatever they want to do with her. So anyway, that's and trust me, I'm as anti-DEI as you get.
Yeah.
But this doesn't bother me one iota.
Like I said, the difference between this and all the Sarama book is that every issue is a new diversity character.
Oh, I agree.
This,
I said,
yeah.
Part of okay. If the Black Cat had been frumpy, dumpy, or lumpy, that's different. But she, part of her, the whole allure is her sexuality. That appears to be a very sexy woman. So
she kind of
that's that, and the big white hair it isn't. You don't need that to be sexy. So
no.
she is the Black Cat is who she is in this.
Some people were joking that maybe it should be British.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, right. like I said, my thing is like we last issue of we saw of Ultimates. I said was purposely the whole goal was just the race swap. The characters were
that camp, like I said, when
I don't like that.
That Mark Millar summit thing that he did where there was 6 writers and 5 of them were very anti PC, blah, blah, and Dennis Camp was the exception, and he was 100. Oh no, there 5 of them against cancel culture. He was saying you need it.
Yeah.
So Dennis Camp's a twat.
Yeah, he is. Like I said, I let the She-Hulk thing slide, but sorry, the Hawkeye, no, sorry, no, because I bet you the next book's gonna come out is gonna have another, the character that's they change the race and all stuff. It's like I understand it's Elseworlds, then every character should be switched. I want embrace it. Don't do half-ass it. That's what I say. So, all right. That was year number 2. My number 2 is going back to a year we already talked about again. And that is Batman and Robin. I already talked about that. Talked about how it's, like I said, I don't care for the writer's politics, but the book has been phenomenal. I'm liking it. I love that early setting back in the noir, the 1940s. That's why I'm liking the Batman. I like the Batman The Last Halloween, going back to Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale's cover. But just the world that Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb built, and I love it. And it's going back into the early 1940s Batman comic books, Detective Comics. I love that era. I love Batman. Was that First Night? Same thing for that reason. I want more in that era. We've done the modern thing. It's been done to death. Elseworlds. Let's start going back to that. But who knows? I'm preaching to deaf ears. At least not the ones that need to in order to make them change. But I'm also. What are we? We're like a drop in a bucket of water when it comes to like views on this channel.
What are we down to?
Well, no, we got 15 watching. But I'm just saying, compared to like the people who have like over 1 million subscribers and stuff on YouTube, so DC's not watching us, Marvel's not watching us, but yeah. So my number 2 was Batman and Robin. I'm guessing you're number 1. I'm gonna take a stab at it. Is it Geiger?
No.
Wow. What? I have no idea then.
Yeah, you will. You'll go. Oh yeah, Flash Gordon.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe they got pushed back too.
Nah, Flash Gordon, Space Ghost, and Ultimate Spider-Man are the 3 things I look forward to the most right now.
So, I thought maybe there's only going to be a couple more issues, but apparently it's going to keep going.
Well, he's got 24 of them plotted.
Nice.
You know what? I hate to say it. Ever since I saw Jeremy Adams, he looks like an aging David Cassidy. He just does.
Well, I mean, hey, I was just saying, like, David Cassidy gave us Katie Cassidy.
Yeah, now I can think of is, come on along to the song that we're singing. Come on, get happy.
Now do Will Conrad. What does he remind you of?
Somebody that just
he reminds you.
That's how he used to shake people down for their lunch money when he was a kid.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Goody from Tulsa King was also on Sopranos. That's what I remind of.
He looks like somebody that ends a lot of sentences with "Oh."
You know what I mean? Hey, yeah. They got his girlfriend on the cover. On here, so, and everybody's favorite tentacles, space tentacles. space squid, space octopus. And look, she's got a rapier sword. That's cool. And he's got a laser gun. And I guess there's the cover here, the Fraser Irving cover. And that's supposed to be Ming's daughter?
Looks like it.
He did have a daughter, right? I thought, in the original Flash Gordon?
Or was I think so, yeah.
Because
I think his daughter had a thing for Flash.
Yeah. She was, yeah, if I remember correctly, she really wanted Flash Gordon. But then she ended up with Timothy Dalton. I think so. I don't know. It's been a while since I watched the movie. People in the chat may know. You have Google at your fingertips. So, Flash Gordon, like I said, that's another book I'm still reading. I'm not getting the Flash Gordon quarterlies. I got one on, and I was just like, I don't need it. Not to say that they're bad. It's just like the Nexus, which you'll probably never see those come out anytime. I think they just gave up on those.
They finished it.
Did they finish it?
Yeah.
I feel like they just got lost in the sea of just books coming out because things get pushed back. All right, so we got my number 2. That was your number 1. My number 1 actually is Ultimate Spider-Man. I am looking forward to this, and usually everybody knows the story. Peter was on the outs with MJ. Black Cat comes in, she seduces him. He's starting. He's torn between Felicia Hardy, and Mary Jane, and just like so. Now Peter's married with kids. Will they pull that whole angle where she tries to seduce him?
Well, to be fair, Peter hadn't been involved with Mary Jane for a while when he met Felicia.
Yes. So I'm wondering if they will try to do that same kind of character. Or will she be different?
That might have been what actually gave him the idea to bring Mary Jane back, was to introduce some kind of triangle, but it was actually would have been Mary Jane getting in the middle of Peter and Felicia. But Felicia, there's no long-term future there. I don't think they will with this. I really don't. Because it keeps not doing what you expect it to do because it hasn't taken any of the cliches yet.
Do you think we'll see Flash Thompson?
Now that I could see. Because what people forget is she started off, she took up with Flash to get back at Peter.
Yes.
And then fell for him for real.
Yes.
I don't know why they blew that relationship up, but
because it's the same people probably wanted to have a single Black Cat constantly pining after Peter Parker. I don't know. But what if she actually has a man in this issue, this series, and actually we get the first appearance of Flash Thompson? That'd be cool.
This will be interesting to see because Black Cat is a lesbian now. And I don't know if
not in this series though.
No, but I'm saying but I don't know if
she's bi in the main series.
Yeah, sure she is. Let me know next time she's with a guy.
Hey, Aaron Sparrow said she was, so I believe
Aaron Sparrow has bad taste in wrestling and in relationships in comics. So
yeah, say as much as you want about him. He's not listening. He doesn't watch this channel.
Nice. Too busy reading his own press clippings. Yeah, Aaron, kneel before this. Oh, I wonder if they'll let you do that if they'll let her be straight in another universe, because I don't care. I promise you, Alan Scott is gay in every planet in the multiverse. There are no planets where Alan Scott is straight. And
if he is, cool. Just don't show it.
Those are the rules.
Yeah.
Now, so I'm curious to see if they, when it's time to divulge her sexuality in this, what she'll be. But that's neither here nor there for tonight.
Yeah, like I said, I don't mind Alan Scott being gay as long as it's not constantly reminding, hey, I'm gay. I don't need
See,
to.
I do because it
No,
erased 80 years of him being straight. And I'm not a fan
but
of that.
I'm not talking about main continuity. Main continuity, they never should have changed it. Elseworlds, like we see him popping up in right now, currently in JSA, they haven't said anything that he's gay. They're reminded he's gay. They did that with for those who watched Voltron: The Legend of Defenders, that was done by DreamWorks on Netflix a few years back. They had Shiro, who was like the leader of the Voltron, the golden for the Lions. He piloted the Black Line through all the seasons. We had no idea that he is gay until the very final season. They revealed that he had a guy lover.
And by the way, Tyrus isn't the biggest guest on Gutfeld tonight.
Is it Trump?
Kane.
Well, he can come out with the
or Mayor Glenn Jacobs to you and me.
Yeah. But,
actually, Tyrus is bigger than Glenn Jacobs because I guess Glenn isn't. He's still huge, but
Glenn's not fat.
But he's also not on roids anymore, if he ever was. But
I don't know if he ever was. I still to this day there was two different Kanes. The ones with the mask on, it was a different Kane. Unless he just shrunk over the years.
Holy shit, Bill Raftery's still doing basketball.
Anyway, but yeah, my number 5 was TMNT Naruto crossover, Catwoman number 70, Project number 4, Batman Robin year 1, number 2, and Ultimate Spider-Man is my number 1 here. Very cool books. What we got going here in the chat? Ice Cream Man is like a tale of crypt horror stories. Nice, is on Nick Quinn. Let's see here. Okay, apparently he was answering Mariah's question, wondering what the deal with Ice Cream Man was about. Well, it's about Daily Roth going around offering all the different flavors. They're guaranteed to satisfy. Tweet that on Twitter and let me know. What's up, Henry? Request at the end of your selections. Can you please bring up Batman Full Moon second printing near the bottom of the list? I like the werewolf on this cover version. All right. Batman Full Moon. It's a second printing you're talking about? The first issue? Reprints. Oh, you're talking about this, the glow in the dark one? Yeah. That's actually it's the same print. It is reprinting it, so yeah, from the first one. They changed it a little bit though. I don't. Yeah. No, it is. Yeah, the only thing they changed was the title font, I guess, right? Cool. Alrighty. We also got here too. Eartha Kitt was sexy Catwoman, even using her as a model for Black Cat. I can dig it. So can we. Hey, Breen, can you dig it? Sucker. I love that skit when they had on Raw. They had everybody was trying to do Spinneroonie, then Vince tried doing it. Say what you hate about Vince McMahon. The guy was creative. He had one of the best eras of wrestling, WWE wrestling. All right. Jamie Ramsey have a bit of a Dick Clark who did not age at all until the very end. All right. And then and Dick Quick, it says, is my number 1 book. Is Flash Gordon. His number 2 is Minor Arcana number 3. All right, cool. All right. Trades this week. You can skip the Wonder Woman unless you like Tom King. Destro is Dan Matters. Or is it Dan Waters or Dan Matters?
Waters
World? Yeah. Superman Volume 1 finally coming out. Joshua Williamson. Jamal Campbell's supposed to be taking over Superman, I thought, for a while. Or he's got
no, he's
Dude, he's doing a special one shot or something.
What is he doing? It's a
Yeah.
it's not the actual Superman book. It's I hopefully it'll come back to me.
Mm. Wow. Amazing Spider-Man Volume 11 Going Green. See, this is why I tell people, if you're reading Spider-Man, if you want to get into Spider-Man, read Silver Age. And stop right at...
Jamal Campbell's he's writing and drawing a Zatanna.
Oh, Zatanna, that's what he's doing. Yeah. That actually looks nice though.
It does.
Where would you stop for Spider-Man? Would you stop after Clone Saga, or would you at One More Day? Or would you stop before Clone Saga?
I honestly probably after the McFarlane run, or the first one with Michelini. I mean, it's not that I didn't like it after that, and there's stuff that I did like, but Spider-Man to me has been mostly unreadable since One More Day, because very few writers at Marvel understand the character, and their idea of the Parker luck is that it's always bad. He's a sad sack, and everybody just dumps on him. That's not what that's about. And they think of him as being a clown of a hero, and they've forgotten that he has earned the respect of his peers 1,000 times over. So the way like I said, the way Bendis wrote him in the Avengers was shit. The way Straczynski, more often than not, he's a joke in his own titles.
They turned him into Deadpool.
No, worse, because Deadpool is not a respected character. He's just there.
That's what I mean.
But I don't know. I said there's if they want to put some of the luster back on that character. Get some of the people like Howard Mackey's still alive. Roger Stern is still alive, and they both still have their faculties and can write.
So you're going to end right around the Venom.
But 330, give or take.
Okay.
I mean, there's some after that I have and that I like, but I mean
I like the Roger Stern run, like in the 200s, and I like going into 300s. I mean, I like that. For me personally, I could stop right around 600, even before that, maybe around 560, or maybe
because you're well into One More Day then, or brand new day.
Yeah. But I did like 607 and 608. Those are that's around the time with the Black Cat and going on.
That's because they're worth money.
Yeah, I like them. I have both of them. But for me personally, though, like I said, I would stop before Civil War. Personally, for me, if I had to choose, if I could erase stuff, I would erase Civil War. Everything after that, because I feel like that's where his whole entire character, his Spider-Man, was forever changed by Civil War, taking off his mask. Everything.
Like I said, I love that era of Marvel for what it was, as an era that I didn't want to revisit or have them try to go back to again and again and again. But the biggest flaw in that Quesada era was the treatment of Spider-Man. And unfortunately, they were lucky that they had the talent to make the rest of it good while they were completely destroying their flagship character.
Yep. That's what I hated about the worst about Civil War was the Spider-Man treatment. Was him uncarelessly taking off his mask just so they could kill off Aunt May and then end the marriage. That was the goal. At the time, you didn't know that when you were reading it, and I still didn't like it. But now, looking back at it, it's like the goal was just to make it where it made sense, where they could end his marriage by sacrificing it, because that was the whole. That was basically the communists coming in and taking over and ruining the Marvel flagship.
Oh,
That's what
I'm
I'd say.
paying attention while you're. God, I might have to get this.
Yeah, the years 1966 to 1969. The Justice League of America, the bridge between Earths, collects tales of the Justice League, Earth's first line of defense against threats too large.
I've got an omnibus. I forgot I had that.
Yeah, right. Justice League of America,
Yeah.
45. That's 972. It is like I said. If you like, for people who are like, I'm niche when it comes to stories, so I don't like every single episode or issue of Justice League of America, but I like certain ones. So the DC compacts are coming out. If they did select stories, man, this would be on there.
There's I'll put it this way. If the Avengers in this era is a 10, the Justice League's like a 3, because the fact that they were written for kids and stuff like that, but if you treat them as comic book history and chance to spend time with these great Silver Age characters, then it becomes a 10. So that's how I look at these things now. And this is an incredible deal if you don't have these issues.
Look at Hawkman. I always laugh about Hawkman. His he doesn't have the Hawk helmet. No, he doesn't. He has the mask, Captain America mask, almost in a sense, and he has like the hawk across his forehead. It's weird. No. Also, Oliver Queen without a freaking beard. It's just no. It's just weird.
Well, Oliver Queen was truly Batman with a bow. I mean, all the things that they used to say about what's his name? The guy that played him, Stephen Amell.
Yeah, it's Batman.
Because they couldn't get the rights to Batman, so they just turned Green Arrow into him.
Yeah.
Well, Golden Age Green Arrow was Batman.
Yep.
He had an arrow car, an arrow cave,
helicopter,
a ward. He was a rich playboy.
Yep.
I mean, it literally was right down the line. And like I said, Neil Adams and Denny O'Neil turned him into from just a personality-less character to the liberal of the day.
You know what I want more of? We're doing all these strange pairings. I want more Green Arrow Batman team-ups, centric stories. I would love that. Oliver Queen and Bruce Wayne teaming up. They did that. They tried tackling that back in the early 2000s. The Batman Strikes cartoon. He had Oliver Queen, meets Batman, and it's like, Bruce Wayne meet each other, doing a team up. Same with the Flash. But I want Green Arrow and and Batman basically, and I want more projects with them together, working together, because it seems like we get Green Lantern, Green Arrow, we've done that, and they keep going back to that, or Green Lantern, Flash. I want the ones we don't see. I want Green Arrow. I want Green Arrow, Superman.
I'd like to see a 6-issue miniseries, Green Arrow, and Hawkman set in any number of occasions, because for a while that was they would play off each other, because Hawkman was the conservative lawman from another planet. Anyway, we only have 8 minutes, so let's see what else is out.
Yeah, 8 minutes. We have all the time in the world. We're good, bro. Also coming out this week is a Green Lantern Corps by Jared Peter Jim-Hossie and Patrick Gleason. So if you are want to read some more Green Lantern, go back and get that as Omnibus volume number 2. I'll just say this. You're like, $150? I don't want to give that to my comic book shop. So what you can do, you can go to In Stock Trades and get it for like $75 or maybe $80. You get 42% off, plus you get free shipping on orders over $50. So, Jason Aaron did another book. Wow, Scalped. I don't remember that at all. That's a DC book.
That's supposed to be good.
I don't know, but
it's never my thing. So I don't know.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Outsiders. Good name, shitty book. Spider-Girl. If you do not have this epic collection right here, you should be getting it. Keeping the Faith. Yeah, this is where she praises Bon Jovi, right?
What issues does that cover?
Let's see. This covers ones you already have. 68th, 34th.
Oh, yeah, I have the whole series, but
yeah. Black Tarantula. And then he's in here too. We also the Buzz Fund discovers May's secret identity. Or does he? The Old Man Wolf, aka John Jameson, is also here too. And a new Dr. Octopus. Stop this deadly villain. They have to go against the Avengers and the Fantastic Five, plus the fury of the Goblin Queen, machinations of Kane, and the return of Aftershock and her dad, Electro. Back when they actually took chances and did stuff. I will say this. I like having legacy characters because it gives you a chance to do new characters, new villains with them. And also, the chance to get more derpy bats.
This was a great series.
Also, I implore people to keep checking out. If you go back and read old books, Marvel, especially Spider-Man, go back and look to see how many derpy bats are in there. There's a lot of derpy bats that are flying around after Peter Parker. They're supposed to be seagulls, but they're drawn black. It's really weird. Conan Barbarian. This is the Titan books. This is really good. If you're not caught up on this, this is your chance to get the third volume for $18. Ain't bad. Even cheaper on in-stock trades. Absolute Justice hardcover is coming out. I believe that's the Alex Ross story. $125. And you can skip everything else unless you're really into the teenage TMNT IW stuff. Oh, look, Gunhenny Collision Course.
Yeah.
Ellsworth Superman's coming out this week as well. What If? Into the Multiverse. Omnibus. $125. If you don't have this Fantastic Four Omnibus, you'll be kicking yourself. This is volume number 5. Rich Bucker doing a direct market variant on here too. Also for the King and Country hardcover, Dying for the Dynamite, 007. Art's kind of rough, but Philip Kennedy Johnson gave me a pretty damn good James Bond story. Blood Squad 7, you can also check that out too. Weird Science, EC Archives, line number 4.
I have that, but I'm getting the one next to it.
Atlas Comics Library, Volume 4, War Comics, Volume 1, hardcover.
Yup.
Wait, when did Jesse join Firefly? Mr. White. Old school. Look at that. Old school. Colonel Barbarian through Tiny, Volume 4. Werewolf by Night, Volume 3, hardcover. DC War Artist Edition, Best of DC War Artists. That's cool if you like art, and especially the old books like that. And that's it. That's for Rebellion is presenting the Jose Munez collection trade. So, yeah.
Munoz. I know that because the best Bengal of all time was named Munoz.
Okay. Yeah. I butcher names on purpose sometimes.
What's Frugal's excuse?
Well, I don't know. But that is it for this week, though. Hope you guys saw something maybe you liked. Maybe you're inspired by some stuff. I forgot who it was, but somebody said that they were, I think it was Brian, had said that you inspired him to pick up Space Ghost. And I forgot what the other one was. It was Johnny Quest on your recommendation, Brady. So, Gunzer coming in here too as well. Bronze Age LA on this need to be reprinted. Good. And Neil says a pretty good ex-Bengal had 3 touchdowns last night.
Did Mixon score 3 touchdowns last night?
I don't know.
No, I'm asking Glenzer.
Oh. And Brian says the Conan omnibuses are on his wish list. Like I said, Brian, the cheapest you probably get them going through in-stock trades. And you can get it. Like I said, Anything over $50.
Now the cheapest way to get them is gifts.
They go, yeah, right. Yeah, obviously, but they're in stock trades. You get free shipping on orders $50 or more. I mean, that's pretty cool. So, and not only that, I would tell you, like, go just in stock trades and just look at the deals. The only thing that sucks about in stock trades is they don't tell you, like, they have a damage section. They don't tell you what's damaged on the book, so that's why it's reduced. So, but yeah, the glow in the dark Henry one. I came out the other. I did not pick up the first one. I don't. I'm kind of over the glow in the dark, because I'm cool. I saw it once. And that's it. I'm not going to display it. I'm going to have it in a box, and it's going to stay there. So I don't know. And in stock trades, I am getting volume 1 for Christmas. Cool. Alrighty though. Green Arrow is a direct homage to Errol Flynn's Robin Hood minus the mustache beard. It is pretty much. I love that. And I love that Mike Grell acknowledged that in his series. Probably my favorite run of Green Arrow is through Mike Grell. But I kind of want to go back and check out the Andy Diggle run, because Andy Diggle's been kicking ass on what's the book he's reading? He's writing now. I've been enjoying it. I have to look it up again, but yeah, very fun books coming out this week. A lot of cool trades. Elseworld stuff is being released through Marvel and DC, more or less like through DC. But that is it. Follow us over. We're going over to I Love Comics, where we're going to be ranking some really cool books. That was Breen. What are we ranking over in I Love Comics?
Jughead food covers.
Exactly. Check out the Ko-Fi link. Drop $1 to Till if you can. We'll see you when we see you next. Later, guys.